What's going on, guys? Marcus from Wall Street Assassins. Today is December 16th, 2022. Looking at the overall economical calendar. Today we just have PMI data coming out at 9:45. Make sure you guys check out the calendar of who's speaking, what's going on Market Watch. You type in economical calendar and this thing pops up. You could even see next week to see what's going on next week. We have jobless numbers on Thursday. We got more PCE on Friday. So I want to see what overall happens with the overall market before it happens. Any type of news, check out Market Watch. Jumping over towards the charts, looking at Netflix, if we zoom out, this is the 180-day 4-hour. You see Netflix was basically trading at 396, had a fall around 162, found some strong support. You can see some sideways action. Whenever you see a stock drop and go sideways, as key indication for a possible bounce. So you can see it started to bounce from there, basically found some type of resistance around the 255 zone, came down, hit that 209, and it started stepping staircasing ever since then. What can we expect for Netflix now that it's pulled back and kind of broke its stepping staircase? We want to see what's overall going to happen. Looking at the charts, you can see the RSI is giving us an oversold signal, meaning, hey, this is a high risk short. So any downside is pretty much high risk right now since the 180 days this oversold. And you could kind of see the MACD starting to try to curve over, meaning maybe the stock is finding some type of support. So we already had that initial drop. You want to see some sideways action. Right now, Netflix is in between some strong resistance. You can see the resistance at 292 is the SMA, which can act as resistance when the stock is below it, act as support when the stock is above it. But we want to break these two areas over here, even at 298. So we want to break these two areas and try to get a long position from 290, 298-ish, all the way up towards 307 or 308 over here. There's a deep orange line for those of you who are new. This is representing my 1-year EMA. So that is the next possible level Netflix could have resistance. Especially since that EMA line can act as support or resistance. So we want to see these candles hold above 180-day EMA before we can start pushing up. And if we do break that zone, we could start possibly going up towards 329 and higher. Now to the downside, let's say, hey, we have a bearish day on Netflix and this thing sinks further into the blue, which is a higher risk short position. So you definitely want to be cautious with that, especially if you're shorting stocks that are oversold. Doesn't mean that the cheap can't get cheaper or go lower. It just means that, hey, you got to basically use a stop loss and understand your risk. So from the break of 279, we could possibly go down towards these 275 zones, which is the 20-day low. And then we could start basically, I think we could possibly even gap down towards 271 down here or 270. You can see we have some strong support. This is basically like open land. So definitely that's the real move we would want to go for. But at this moment, I don't see it really happening just because Netflix is so oversold. But hey, you never know. Jump into the next one. We're going to talk about NVIDIA. NVIDIA kind of looks like Netflix charts over here. You can see that NVIDIA is having the stepping staircase, right? NVIDIA basically came from a lower price point. So we got to see what's over going to happen with these stocks, especially with the ones that are looking like this chart right here. So I want to see if we break above 171, then we can start pushing up to 176 and maybe even higher. Or we want to see if we break 165 and start hitting a support around 160 over here. Let me just check my 20-day. 20-day is a little bit more on the oversold side. Look all set. All right, so jumping back over towards the 180 days oversold over here. MACD is still crossed out in a bearish stance. So it does look like we're still probably going to end up going lower. So let's see what overall happens. We are sitting above the 20-day. This is 20 or 100, 1 year. Yep, we're right above that 1 year SMA. So want to see if we break that 165 level. If we do break that 165 level, we could possibly go for a nicer short. 165 is the 1-year SMA, so that could be a major support level. So definitely want to be cautious with that. But if we do break 165, I think we could butter down towards these zones around 160, or to the upside, you want to watch for the break and hold above 171 towards that 174 and higher. You can see even the 20 days trying to cross up over here. You just need real confirmation and break above the EMAs for that long position. Next, we're going to talk about Tesla. Looking at Tesla over here. Tesla is actually having the reverse happen, or a nice little reversal, right? So Tesla basically is trading at a higher price point, dropped, found some type of support, right, at 151.33 over here. MACD crossed over. It's crazy. Tesla had negative news, and Tesla's still going up. So want to watch Tesla. It's starting to look like a cup of handle. We got a little handle over here, and we're forming that cup. So let's see what happens. Definitely want to look for a long position on Tesla on the break of 160.150. And I think we could fill this gap up towards 167. That would be pretty awesome on some same days, especially since today is Friday. So happy National Same Days Day. All right. So overall, looking at the charts over here, if we do start pulling back, you could get in from 158 over here, the break of the 4-hour EMA down towards 155. So that would be a nice play. Break of the 4-hour EMA down towards 155. But the 180-day is still crossed over. RSI still in the uptrend. So let's jump over towards the next chart, right? So looking at over here, you can see the 4-hour is trying to cross up. So this is another bullish sign that the 4-hour is trying to cross up. And you can see my 4-hour dotted line over here. You can even see it on the 20-day. That we're trying to basically hold above it. So the 20-day and the 4-hour are both crossed up. So that is a good sign of bullishness. I'm going to set my alert over here. This may be the key contender for today, especially after yesterday. We got negative news on Tesla. And Tesla was like the only one really showing strength yesterday. It did come from a double bottom, so I give it that, but it still showed strength and held its price point. So let's see if we could kind of gap back up towards its previous highs, break it and hold above it before we could go for our long positions. Next one and the last one we're going to talk about is SPY, right? SPY is actually down this morning. Looking at SPY this morning, SPY hit a low of 382 after hours, so that's pretty low. So the market closed over here, we closed around like 384-ish, went to 382, kind of bounced off of it. So let's see what's going to happen on the larger charts. I'm going to jump over towards the 180-day. We're below the 180-day trade EMA line. We're oversold. SPY look like it may kind of want to bounce today as well, too. I don't know. A lot of these stocks are looking like they want to bounce, especially since they're at oversold levels. It could kind of be like a pump fake, right? We're going down right now just to have a bounce, just to go down again. You know how the market goes, right? So let's see what happens. Right now, we are still holding confirmation for bearishness, meaning, hey, we're still below this EMA. As long as these candles are below the EMA, we're still bearish. So you definitely want to wait for a break of 385 towards that 390 for that long position, right? Confirm that we're going into the opposite direction. Or you could go for the break of 382, which is basically the 20-day low. And we go down towards the 180-day. So we break 382. I think we got a nice little support over here around like that 380 level. 380 should be the next level. See what happens on same days. It should move kind of decent. And if we break 382, then we have a nice pocket to fill. So, but we're very oversold. Definitely want to be cautious with those short positions. Use a stop. Hopefully, you guys all have a green trading day. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And make sure you guys subscribe. Peace.